Greetings everybody and welcome back to the channel for another guide video. This time we're doing Resident Evil Requiem. There will be separate guide videos on this topic of Resident Evil Requiem. This time we are doing the file locations, which will get you the case closed achievement in Resident Evil Requiem. There are a total of 75 files in the game, and they are split across all major sections of the game, being Wrenwood, Rhodes Hill, Racoon City, and the Ark. I will be showing all the files that can be obtained in each one of these sections, and I will label their names on the screen so that you make sure that you get all of them. And I will also go over where they are as you see this playthrough over here, and I will make sure to point them out on the map as well. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So the first one is very straightforward. The first one is as you begin the game in Wrenwood, and as you're walking down, it will be right on a board. This is called the Wrenwood City Guide. So when you come over here to this information board right here where the woman was looking, if you open this and you look at it, this is the Wrenwood City Guide. This is file number 1. As for file number 2 is actually on your person. When you gain access to Grace's inventory, just basically open the inventory menu and you will be able to examine the investigation report. Go ahead, open it and read through it. There's actually some very cool things in the investigation report that you can look at once you read it. And this will be your second file. If you do not open it right now, don't worry, as the game will prompt you to actually open the investigation report. Now, on to file number 3. For file number 3, it will be the hotel pamphlet. So once you get the picture with the key on the back telling you to head to room 204, after you go through the hallway, you will be in the hotel lobby, where the stairs are, where the painting is, and all this. File number 3 will be right here on the ground. This is the hotel pamphlet. And as for its location on the map, this is exactly where you will find it. Now, on to file number 4, which is the notice of closure. File number 4, the notice of closure, is actually very close to file number 3. So from file number 3, if you just keep going this way and go around the front desk in the lobby and then enter this office, go around to this blue desk right here, and to this drawer on the right, if you open it, you will find the notice of closure. And this will be your file number 4. Now file number 5 is a little bit later after this, but stay tuned. This upcoming file number 5 that we are going to find is part of the story objective, so you cannot actually miss this file. However, I want to point out that if there is a file you're missing, you will be able to figure out what it is over here. So if we look over here at the Wrenwood files, let's say that you're missing an entry over here, you will be able to figure out exactly which entry this one is. And like I said, I will be showing you all the files that can be obtained in every section so that you know which entry exactly you are missing and to which point that you need to go to actually obtain this file. So right now the file we are going to obtain is Alyssa's journal. And after you play the flashback section with Alyssa Ashcroft, you will notice that she hid a file behind this painting over here. And you will need to move this and then interact with the painting, and this is how you obtain file number 5, Alyssa's journal. There we go, just simply open it, and you can open her journal and read the notes inside. Be careful, because right after this, we will get attacked. But this is file number 5, Alyssa's journal, and that leaves us with one more file to go for the Wrenwood section. As for file number 6 will actually be automatically obtained by Leon as part of his mission control. That file is the report on Victor Gideon that Leon will receive. You can go ahead and obtain this file, and this will complete all files, so you don't need to look for it. He will actually be given the file automatically, giving you 6 files in the Wrenwood section.
Help me!
And then you can basically play the game until we get to Rhodes Hill. And I will pick up with you right over there for the Rhodes Hill files. Now, I will be displaying all the files that you will be able to obtain over here in Rhodes Hill. So after I display them all on the screen, you will figure out which files you need, and you can check again by opening your item inventory and going to Files, Rhodes Hill, and checking exactly what the files you need are. There are 2 files in the East Wing that you need to obtain before Grace escapes the East Wing and it becomes unavailable to access again. The first one is right in front of you, and it is Progress Notes. This is the first file. It's in room 203, and this is the first file in the East Wing and the first file in Rhodes Hill, and its location on the map is right here in room 203, right away, right next to the lamp, which you can turn on. So this is the first file in the East Wing. After you obtain the lighter from room 201 in the East Wing, this is the room that you unlock with the sheriff key outside. Well, not outside, but down this hall. You can go into room 202 to acquire the second file in the East Wing that you need. So if you access room 202 right here, the lights don't work over here, you can head straight to the closet. And you will find this file taped to the cardboard boxes. This is the second file that you need in the East Wing. Remember, always you can check your progress over here on what files you need. So you have the note on the cardboard box. Now just continue the playthrough and escape the East Wing with Grace so that we can continue on with the rest of the files. Once you regain control of Grace and escape the East Wing, now you have the entire Rhodes Hill Clinic to explore. So let's start with the first couple of files that you can get. Once you go down to the main floor over here, the main lobby area, you will go into this room over here. And this is going to be your safe room. So you have your typewriter and you have your item box, but we also have a couple of files here. The first one is going to be this one, which is the Care Center pamphlet. So read this, and this will be your file number 3 in Rhodes Hill, making that your file number 9 in the game. And then you will read this one, the whiteboard scroll, which is going to be your file number 10. Now for the next set of files, they're going to be, the next one we're going to go for is actually on the second floor, so stay tuned for that. For files number 11 and 12, you will find them past the bar and lounge. So this is the bar and lounge area on the second floor. And if you go right here, and you go over to this area, if you check this bloody coat over here, you'll find a piece of paper in it. Open it, and you will find file number 11, or in this case, the 5th file in the Rhodes Clinic. And this will direct you to go to the chairman office to get the quartz. So, file number 12 is right across over here, just behind over here. This is the chairman's office, and the locations on the map for these are right here in the gallery. So over here, this is where the bloody code is, and the chairman's office is over here, right across. So what you'll need to do is you will go to his office area and grab this pencil. And to acquire this file, you will actually have to do like a little interaction. So you will go to this notebook over here on this coffee table outside his office area or his study area, and you will take the pencil and you will shade in the solution for the quartz box. And once you shade it in fully, then you will get the chairman's note, which is file number 12. There are a few more files in the chairman's area. So file number 13 will be here, right next to the quartz box, which is a copy of an email to the manager. This will be your file number 13. And then another file will be in his study area over here in the trash bin. So you'll find this piece of paper here, unfold it, and you will find a note to the chairman. So in total, you've got the one on the coffee table, which you shade in with the pencil. You've got the copy over here, and in the study area, you've got one in the trash. And last but not least, in this area, as I've showed you before, in the gallery, you've got the note over here in the bloody code. So all these files can be found in this area, the chairman's office and the gallery. So 1, 2, 3 in the chairman's office and one file in the gallery right over here. And with that, we can move on to get file number 15 in the entire file system, putting that at file number 9 in Rhodes Hill. Yes, I believe so. For your file number 15, which is the blood compound synthesis, once you enter the east area, you will find yourself in the examination room, which are examination room and then treatment room. Once you leave the treatment room, you will go down this hallway, straight down, and you will find this room where you will find the blood collector. But also on the other side of the desk, you will find the blood compound synthesis, which is file 15 in the game. The location for this file is as follows. Right here on the map, you will be in the blood lab. For file 16 in the east area, after you exit the blood lab and go down this area over here, so as if you remember, we got the previous file over here, and once you exit and go down this area and go to the open area over here, we want to head into the waiting room. Now be careful, there are 2 enemies in the waiting room you need to eliminate, as long as these 3 enemies that come over here and rush you, go ahead and massacre them just like this, and then enter the waiting room. The 16th file will be over here if you go to this kind of reception desk area by the safe and collect these coins. The safe is already open, by the way. You will find that the safe is already open. Next to it, you will find file number 16, which is safe replacements, telling you all the safe locations that you need in the game except for East Wing 1F, and this one is referring to the safe in the examination room as well. For file number 17, after you leave the and continue down the hallway, you will find the staircase over here. You will climb up these stairs and you will go into the lead researcher's office. Now there are a few files over here. So you will enter this room and you will find yourself here in the lead researcher's office. And we are going to start ahead with the message over here. Lead researcher's message. This is file number 17. And then you will start looking around. You will find a photo here with a puzzle box in the background. You will find another photo over here in the chairman's office with Mitchell Bennett. And you will find a third photo over here. So that's 3 photos and the message that you find over here in the lead researcher's office. So that puts you at 20 files total. Now the next one is also very close. So if you step outside the lead researcher's office, it will be right after you pick this key over here and kill Chunks, the chunky guy, and we'll get right to that in a second. I will skip to that part of the video. So after you went ahead and you massacred the chunky dude, and you splattered his blood all over the place, and you grab his antique coin, go ahead, go straight, and then take our right over here, which is where you will find your examination room safe code. This gives you the code to the safe in the examination room, and this will be file number 21. And again, this is here on the map. So you have the lead researcher's office, and you have this room with the lockers over here. The next file is also very close. It will be in the conference room over here. So I will skip to that part once we clear the conference room of the singer lady and the 3 other doctors in there. Once you have cleared the conference room area, when you go inside, the file that you are looking for is called Patient Medical Records. So it is in the room where she is singing. If you look at the desk over here, you will find your file number 22, which is Patient Medical Records, which has some very interesting information about her and the other singer, which is in the bar lounge. You will also find your corrosive here, which you need to unlock the quartz box in the lead researcher's office. So this area you have to enter no matter what. Make sure to grab the file when you do. Now we will go back again to the researcher's office, where we will find file number 23. Once you're back in the lead researcher's office over here and you melt the lock with the corrosive that you got from the conference room and you input the code to this quartz box, which is star, sun, moon, sun. I will go over these codes in depth in another video, but in this particular one, you will find a leather-bound notebook. In this, you will find a puzzle solution for the organ transport box, but you will also find Spencer's research, and this is file number 23 and 24. So the unlocking the organ transport box manual is file number 24, and Spencer's research is file 23. Okay, for file number 25, head back to the blood lab. So remember the bracelet that we got with the ID wristband with the level 1. Now this will give us access to a few rooms here. So if you head back to the blood lab, there's a room here that you can unlock, And for file number 25, if you go into this room over here and you read this, you will find Victor's journal entry. And you can only get into this room after you've acquired the ID wristband. So this is here, and you'll access it from the blood lab. So this is for file number 25. For the next file, we will have to go back to the west area of the Rhodes Hill Clinic to get the next file. For file number 26, once you're back in the west area, if you remember that there's the kitchen here where the chef is, and the parlor is over here, just take a left into this hallway over here and you will find this door which you can unlock with the ID wristband level 1. Once you unlock this door, you will gain access to a safe room, a herb, and some other pretty cool stuff, but the file you're looking for over here, it is the construction notice, and this will be file number 26 in the Rhodes Hill Clinic. On to file number 27. After you have acquired file number 26, which is the construction notice over here, head over to this staircase, go up the stairs, and you will be able to acquire 3 files in this area over here. So once you go over here and open this door, you will find 1 file on this desk over here, which is the bar and lounge safe code, giving you the code for the bar and lounge area, which is right outside. And then if you go into this room over here, make sure to kill the 2 enemies over here. One of them is the blind one with the blood bag, so be careful of him and kill the second enemy. And if you go right to this area over here, you will find the disposal team report. And then the last file you will look at is over here, which is the background check on Grace. So these files will give you files number 27, 28, and 29. Now let's move over to file number 30, but before that, let me show you where these are on the map. These are in the office area, just behind or south of the kitchenette over here. The kitchenette will allow you access once you unlock the store. It will allow you easy access connecting these 2 areas over here to get you to the bar and lounge again. So these are where these 3 files are. 2 are in the office area. 1 is over here, being the background check. Then the bar and lounge codes are on this side of the office. And then the last one is right here in the records room. Now let's move on to file number 30. For files number 30, you will access them in the isolation ward. The way you get the isolation ward is by acquiring the ID wristband level 2, which you get from this zombie over here, which you insert the organs to, these being the mechanical lungs and the mechanical heart. Once you kill him, you will acquire the wristband and you will go on your way. And he is in the examination room. So insert the lung and the heart and then kill him, and then make your way over to this red lit area over here. You will find the door to the isolation ward. This is where we are on the map. Go ahead and use the wristband. This is a one-time use. And unlock the isolation ward. I will warn you, you will not need to grab these files right now, because once Grace enters the basement, this area will become locked, so make sure that you grab them right now. Enter the isolation ward. There are no enemies here yet, so come over here and you will grab file number 30, which is the double mutation. This will tell you about the blister heads and the zombies that have been waking up and how you can deal with them. And then the second one is on this desk here. There's a jacket on the chair. This is the nurse's log. These are the two files that you need. Make sure to grab them right now because you cannot grab them once Grace enters the basement to go and save Emily. Moving on to file number 32. For file number 32, you will find it playing in Leon's section once you gain back control of Leon after Grace enters the basement. This file is only available for a short amount of time since you can't access it once you go past this area, so make sure that you grab this file over here. This file is found over here before you enter the attic, so you will regain control of Leon in the medical supply room. Just make your way over here and grab this file, which is the satiety suppression medical records. This will be file number 32, and then you can go ahead and access this area. Again, make sure to read that file before you enter this area since you will not be able to acquire it again. For file number 33, after Leon's fight with Chunk, you will use Leon's hatchet to open a few warped cabinets. So for the first warped cabinet is where you will find file number 33. So go ahead and interact with it. Leon will use his hatchet, opening this warped cabinet, and you will find the file over here, which is the basement safe code. This is why make sure to go to other warped cabinets that are found around the clinic, which Grace cannot access, to find other files. Once Leon gets access back to the clinic and you find yourself in the chairman's office, make your way through over here to the warped cabinet just outside the bar and lounge. You will find a file over here that is called the dishwasher's note, which will tell you about the pantry key. And the pantry key is found on the chef's body, so whether you kill it with Grace or Leon, that is how you gain access to the pantry. The location of this on the map is right over here. Here is the bar lounge, here is the warped cabinet, and this is where Leon gets into the chairman's office through this ladder. Once Leon finishes his fight in the Rhodes Hill clinic, before you enter the elevator, I just want to note that two of the files that you will gain access to, these being files number 35 and 36. These will be file names, Special Directive for Racoon City and Report on the Racoon City Syndrome. These will be received automatically by Leon, and you will be able to read them as Grace once you regain control of her. These files you do not need to look for. Again, they will automatically be received by Leon once you are done with his section and you regain back control of Grace. These are files number 35 and 36. Now that we're back in control with Grace, the two files that Leon receives are these two. The Special Directive for Racoon City and the Report on the Racoon City Syndrome. Now, in the basement, the first file you acquire as soon as you regain control of Grace is next to this body right here. This is staff members' last words. And this is the location on the map. So right away, as soon as you regain control of Grace, this file is right in front of you. On to file number 38. File number 38 you will find in the safe room in the basement, the one with all the screens and the cameras, the typewriter, and the item box. If you look to your left over here by the construction helmet, you will find file number 38, which is Operation to Eliminate the Girl. So on the map, this is where the file is, right in the security room. So you enter through here and you go down this hallway and this hallway and you enter the security room where you have this safe area. You will find file number 38 over here. File number 39 is also in the basement and it's also very close. It's on the other side, and this file can be easily missed sometimes once you are in full control mode. So once you go down to this area, so right now we're in the hallway with the holding cells, you will get a cutscene over here. This file is actually over here. So it is the unlocking these cells file. So make sure to read this before you go ahead and start removing the plugs. Again, there is the file. This is file number 39, unlocking the cells. Now on to file 40. Now, depending on which areas you access first in the basement is how you will get these files. So, I'm glad I caught that on camera. If you are in this section, which this is the middle section, so if you go through the furnace and you put your power distributor here and you go down this hallway to get the other power distributor, if you go into this room over here with the safe, and this is the safe that Leon gets the combination for, you've also got some scraps here. If you go to this desk, you will find the security guards report. So this is actually file number 41, and you will notice that if you haven't collected the file before it, that you have an empty slot. But I will show you the file before it, which is the technician's note, in a second here. So let's move on to that. This is file number 41, but I've entered this area first, and I will show you the technician's note, file number 40, in a second. Okay, so for file number 40, or the technician's note, you will find it in the workshop. Now, if you did what I did and you've entered to this other area over here by putting your power distributor here and getting this one, you can actually enter the workshop through this crawl space over here. And this crawl space leads right to the other space. So after you acquire the second power distributor, if you enter the scroll space, this will trigger an event that will open that will create this opening over here in this net in the workshop area, and you can go ahead and collect the technician's note over here from the workshop area, and the technician's note will actually tell you where the toolbox is that you need to get the item that you need to progress throughout the game. And to exit the workshop, you can just go ahead and climb up and go through this hole in the wall. Now on to file number 42, and again remember these are files number 40 and 41. Again, file number 41 is over here in this room with the safe on the desk, and file number 40, the technician's note, is in the workshop. No matter which one you gain access to first or which room you enter first, you will be able to get both within a short time of each other. Okay, so now for file 42, you are asked to go retrieve the key for the helicopter. And as soon as you enter this house over here, look straight ahead and you will find file number 42, which is the visitor record. And again, this is after the cutscene in the helicopter. You're asked to go retrieve the key just after the house, and the visitor record is straight ahead. Here is its location on the map. Now on to file number 43. Shortly after is file number 43 in this office section here. If you go to the desk, by the bookshelves over here, you'll find file number 43, which is the note regarding the research results. And the location for this on the map is over here in the VIP suite. So the file number 42 is as soon as you enter, and it will be the visitor record. And in the VIP suite over here is where you will find the 43rd file in the game, and it's the note regarding the research results. For file number 44, after you basically take an elevator ride through the room, which was an office, once you go over here, head to the area by your item box. This is where you will find file number 44, which is Spencer Research number 2. And the location for this is right here in the reception. Again, it is next to your item box. So this is where you will find file number 44. On to file number 45. For file number 45, after you leave the reception area and enter the collection testing room over here, once you go over here to where the exit door is and the map is, before you go up to development, make sure to take a look over here, and this is where you will find the subject 170 record, acquiring the 45th file. File number 46 is shortly after that. So once you finish there, and by the way, the location for the map for this one is over here. So file number 45 on the map will be over here, right after the collection testing area and next to the exit right over here. Now, if you keep going up, and progress through, once you get to this room over here, look at this desk with the armchair over here with the computer screen, and the location on the map is right here. So before you enter the private lab, make sure you take a look at this desk, look down, and you will find file number 46, which is the blood analysis report for Grace. Okay, now for file number 47 and the last file of the Rhodes Hill Clinic section is the roof hatch manual. And this file you cannot miss. So once you lay down Emily and you're about to go have a fight with Marie, make sure to look by the typewriter over here and read this file. This is the roof hatch manual, and this is the last file in the Rhodes Hill Clinic area. Congratulations, now you have 2 sets of files complete, and just go have the fight with Marie, and then we will move on to the Racoon City files in the next clip right here. I will see you in Racoon City. Alright, welcome to Racoon City. Now, once Leon has arrived in Racoon City, the first file, which is the report on the Racoon City incident, Leon will receive that automatically. So the first file in Racoon City, which is file number 48, that Leon will receive automatically. Now, as for file number 49 is right here. The second you arrive in Racoon City, which is the Racoon City Incident newspaper. That is file number 49. Alright, so for file number 50, once you defeat the spider and you arrive at the first BSAA camp, after you turn the camp on, The first file will be right here on the desk, and is well, not the first file, but in this area generally. It is the orders for the engineer corps. This is file number 50. So congratulations, you are officially 2/3 of the way through for the files, leaving you 25 files more to go, and then you will have all the files in the game. But this is the file that you need, and this file will actually update your map in order to go ahead and progress through the mission. I will see you for file number 51 next. Okay guys, so for file 51 will be the battery storage locations, which you will find here by the fuse box for the batteries. So if you go up to the fuse box and you interact with this, you will see the file battery storage locations, which will tell you where you can find the batteries for the fuse box. And this is in the parking garage, and the location for this on the map is as follows. So right here you have the battery box with the shutter door, and this is exactly where the file is, right on the battery box. Now on to file number 52. Alright guys, so for file 52, after you have opened the shutter in the parking garage and you enter this secondary area, once you go to the left here and you trigger the BSAA cutscene, you can go into this container box over here where you will find file number 52, which is the inventory list. This will tell you about the contents of each of the containers scattered around Racoon City, which you now have access to since you acquired the BSAA key. This is file number 52. And the location for this on your map is right here, just outside the Cedarbrook Apartments. So you just left the parking garage and you come out onto the street. The gas station is right here for reference, and you are in the container over here, and it's sitting on this box in the container. On file 53. Okay guys, for file 53 will be next to the other part for the detonator you get, whether you get the actually it'll be on the one on top of the Cedarbrook Apartments. So basically it's in the area where all these water missiles are. So if the detonator is right here, file number 53 will be this one, which is the engineer course note that tells you about a repair kit that you can get from container 2 in the central camp, and your detonator part will be right here. The location for this on the map is as follows. So you are on the Cedarbrook Apartments roof, and the file is right here next to this water missile, and here's a layout of what everything else looks around here. So right next to that detonator part is where file 53 is. Okay guys, we have made it to the RPD, and the RPD has a few files. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. First file is next to the RPD statue on these boxes over here. This is file 54. File 54 is the RPD perimeter report. Second file is called Top Secret Operation. I will not be skipping between those files. I will show you their places on the map. So for file 54, it's in the main hall, right next to where you have your sort of like item box or selling box, or what is this called again? What is this called? It's called something. Anyway, wherever you purchase, upgrade, or sell your stuff, and next to your save over here. So this is file 54. Next, you will go into the office over here. This is the West office. turn on your light and read this file over here. This is Top Secret Operation, which is file 55. This is where they basically prep Leon's welcome as a rookie. It's next it's under Marvin Branna's name over here. So this is file 55. If you leave the West office over here and go through here and over here and you read this, this is file 56, which is the record of events. So let me show you again their places on the map. So for file 55, its location on the map is over here in the West office. And for file 56, which is the record of events, it is located over here in the operations room. Then there is a file which we will get to later. It is the guide pamphlet, but we don't get to it right now. So we will go. Make sure we take care of this zombie over here and go this way. So remember, get out of the West office. So you go through the West office, you get out of the West office, and after you get the record of events, you go down this hallway, and then you take a left over this, and you will go up that way. Now, the second file, or file number 57, will be the guide pamphlet which you get from over there. But we cannot get over there yet. It will be after the chase with Mr. X. So we will go up and go this way. After we go this way, we are going to head to the STAR's office. So you go up and you go down this hallway and then you take a right, and this is the STAR's office over here. So first file, you're going to go into Wesker's office over here and you're going to open the drawer. Now, after you open the drawer, just aim and you should have the library card slide right down. This is file number 58. Not 57, this is file number 58, which is the library card. After the library card, go to Barry's desk over here and get Barry's to-do list. This is file number 59. After that, go to Chris's jacket over here and check this image. This is Scavenger Hunt Clue 1. This is file 60. And then last but not least, in the STAR's office, you will open this and you will find Scavenger Hunt Clue 2. Once you have to do these first, because once you do these, you will actually unlock a file in the library. So you need to check these first, then go to the library, go up, cross this way, and come over here. If you do not do the STAR's office ones first, this book will not be, you cannot interact with it. And this is where we are in the library. So go ahead and open this book. And you will find Rebecca's infamous picture, which Wesker keeps. Rising Rookie Rebecca. So, Wesker is down bad. And by the way, just as a bonus, I know we're doing file locations, but just as a bonus, you can use that. You can use the Rising Rookie Rebecca and take the initials of that, RRR, go to the armory over here and R Rising Rookie Rebecca, and unlock that. Once you unlock that, you will get the charm, which is the Power Shades charm, basically Wesker's shades, which offers you limitless bullet penetration and increases the firepower of the last bullet in the cylinder, and it's equipable on the Requiem. Alright, now back to the files. Remember that there's still one file that Leon can acquire, and that is the basically that is the guide pamphlet. And in case you acquire the guide pamphlet first, before any of these files, you can just use the jack over here. Again, the guide pamphlet is on that side, over there, on that, but a whole sequence of events happens before that. So remember, you can just use the jack over here. And after acquiring the guide pamphlet, you can just do the whole sequence that we just did with the files in the STARS office. And remember, files in the STARS office first, and then you do the file in the library. Alright, now I will see you back with the guide pamphlet and file 63, which is the toe tag. Okay, just a quick notice over here that before you get back control of Leon, as you are progressing through the RPD, you will find yourself in a flashback sequence, and there are some files acquirable over here that I will let you know about when we get there. But I just hope that this whole part is not confusing to you, since the files are kind of a little bit out of order in which files are available if you're checking your files. So once you're in Racoon City, remember, this is the first one, the second one, and then you get the record of events, and then you're like, well, what's over here? So this one is acquirable literally after these files over here. So there are a few things that are a little bit out of order, mainly this one, but just stick with me over here, and in case you haven't gotten any of these files, I will tell you exactly where these particular files are, or in case you haven't found any of these, just stick with this and we will get them all done, I promise. Alright, now without further ado, just do the flashback sequence, and I will mention the first file in the flashback sequence when we get there. I'll see you there. Alright guys, so for file 63, which is toe tag, once you get to the chapel, which is in beneath the orphanage basically, go here behind the altar and wait for these two doors to open, and then once this door opens, you're gonna pull down this so that you open this side room which has the coffins in them. And you're gonna go here, and this first coffin here, this first one, open it, and you will find the first file in the flashback sequence. This is file number 63 in game. First file in the flashback sequence. This is toe tag. Turn it around and you'll find that this belonged to a girl named Charlotte, who was 7 years old, and she died on my birthday. Well, I wasn't born in 1990, but I was born January 14th. Anyway, Yep, this is the first file. The location for this on the map is as follows. It's in the crypt next to the underground chapel, and this is once you get down from the orphanage, escaping the little kids with the bald heads. Yep. I will see you at file 64 here shortly. Alright, by now you will have escaped them a second time. Make your way down over here. So yeah, out of the storage closet, make your way down over here into this office basically, and once you enter right away, you will find file number 64, which is Series 60 results. So go ahead and acquire that, and then if you go over to this side before you enter this door, you will find a notebook over here, and this is the new researcher's notebook, and this is file number 65. Once you escape Mr. X over here and you get out onto this area, go to the left over here, and on this chair you will find the guide pamphlet, which is file number 57. Congratulations, you have acquired every single file in Racoon City. Alright guys, we have finally made it to Arc, and once you enter Arc, you're gonna go ahead, enter through this hallway, and take a left until you reach the staff room. Once you're in the staff room, you can go ahead and start with the first file in Arc, which is the NOAA status report. This is file number 66, the NOAA status report. And now we can go ahead and move on to number 67. Again, the location of this one on the map is in the staff room, and it's right on the wall. I'll see you in number 67. Alright, once you finally eliminate the guards and reach this area with the... I have no idea what these are doing or what this means, but you're gonna go ahead and take this door on the right. Do not take this door yet. Take this door, and this will be the guest lounge. So enter the guest lounge, and over here you have many product catalogs. Go ahead and read all of them. Read every single one. Product catalog 1, and then read number 2, and read the bioweapon research report, and they will be files number 67 through 69. So product catalog 1 is 67, and this bioweapon research report is 68, and finally this one is number 69, product catalog 2. They're very interesting reports. Actually, every document in Resident Evil games is very interesting, and it shows you a lot about the lore. So I recommend you actually read all of them. But yeah, these are the files that you need over here. And next time we're collecting files, I'll see you. It'll be with Grace. So I'll see you at file 70. Alright guys, so as Grace, right now we are in this safe area over here with her item box and typewriter, and this is the lab entrance. So once you acquire the magnetic key and you unlock this door, and you go over here to where this red marked corridor is, if you go into this room over here, this is the monitor control room, which has a safe in it that you can unlock. If you go over here, this is the file that you are looking for. These are the 51st Assembly minutes, and this is file number 70. So this is the 70th file. Again, this is in the monitor control room as shown here on the map. I will see you in file number 71. Okay guys, for file 71, it is actually very close to the 70th file. So before you enter the second area with the liquors over here, on this container with Umbrella Corp, just go into here and pick up this file. This is the sterilization chamber safe combination. So this is file number 71, and on the map, it is right over here, right in this container. File 72 is actually very close, and it is in one of these containers over here. I will show it to you once I get there, and I'll show it to you on the map. Alright guys, so after you have gotten file number 71, which is the sterilization chamber safe combination, you will go into this room where you will encounter a number of liquors, that being 2 over here, and then 2 of these enemies, 1 over here, 1 over there, and then 2 other liquors here on the bottom, 1 there and 1 to the back of this. But you will make your way to this container over here, and you will find the monitor control room safe. So the monitor control room where you got the 51st assembly minutes file, this is the safe combination for the monitor control room, and this is file number 72. All right, and its location on the map is as follows. So over here was file number 71, the combination code for the safe in the sterilization chamber, and right over here in this container is the combination code for the safe in the monitor control room. I will see you when we check file number 73. Alright guys, are you ready? So for file 73, you will place the 2 orbs for this door, unlocking this huge room where Grace can view some video files. But I just want to be the first one to say congratulations. Once you acquire this file 73, which are the first assembly minutes, and once you've acquired this file, you are basically done collecting any files. The location for this on the map is as follows. It's on the right side of the archive room, and the last 2 files in the game, files 74 and 75, Grace will automatically acquire those once you go up to that screen and watch the videos. And these will be Alyssa's interview notes and the letter from Patrick. But yeah, after all these files and beating the game, you unlock one more file, which is a very long file, by the way. But it does not count to the case closed achievement, but it's Grace's report. And it's basically a summary of the background events that led up to the game. So I definitely recommend you read that. I will be reading it on stream. I say that because I haven't played that stream yet, which I read the file in. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you found all the files, and I hope that you completed case closed. And again, a quick overview. These are the Wrenwood files, and these are the files in Rhodes Hill, the clinic. And then these are the files in Racoon City. And last but not least, these are the files in Arc. And these two, like I said, Grace acquires them automatically once you watch these videos over here, once she watches the two video files. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if this helped out, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more guides and more content, whether it's Resident Evil or other games. Also, make sure to check me out on Twitch or Instagram in the description below. I post on Instagram every time I'm going live on Twitch, so feel free to check that out and drop me a follow. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.